Hi there. Good day to you. We are Group 4 from the Archdiocese of Zamboanga, and today we are going to discuss and talk about Chapter 1, Introduction to Accounting. Specifically, we are going to focus on the users of accounting information. So, let us first define what are users of accounting information. According to Lumen Candela, users of accounting information cover a broad range of individuals with varying objectives in studying the financial information of a business entity. And the primary users of accounting information are identified into two groups, internal and external users, which we will be discussing later on.
Good day, I am Doreen Marasigan and I am the one who is going to discuss the meaning of external users, academe, and general public. But first, what is external users? External users are people outside the business entity who uses accounting information. They are the ones who have financial claims or interests in the business. Okay, for the first external users that we are going to tackle, it's ACADEME. ACADEME uses accounting information primarily for academical purposes. From the word academic, they use this in educating purposes like teaching or studying. Professors, lecturers, students, and researchers are some of its users. They use this in teaching of accountancy, research loopholes, and possible improvements in the field of accountancy. This can add knowledge in the field of accountancy and also filling gaps in the research that can be improved. Now let's proceed to general public. General public users are citizens of the country who don't plan to transact but are interested in the company's accounting information for a variety of reasons. For example, I'm not interested in buying or transacting in that business, but I'm interested in knowing their business affairs for my personal reasons. They say that it is easier to get data in public companies than in private companies. Examples of users are common people that are not connected to a company. These are people who do not support the business but are part of the general public, so they still have the right to know. Concerned with the overall performance of the economy, uses financial information to estimate financial performance. This still falls for the sake of the economy. That is all for the external users, academe, and general public. Thank you.
Today, I'll be teaching what is a supplier, investor, and prospective investor. What is a supplier? A supplier is a person or business that provides a product or service to another establishment. To cut the sentence short, a supplier, as you can read, supply. They supply other businesses or other customers. They supply different raw materials that the business needs, or if the customer, they can deliver it straight to the customer. Samples of supplier, manufacturers, and importers. And one good benefit of having a supplier, if you have a good relationship with your supplier, you will have these things in a very low price than the normal. As here in the Philippines, you call it suke, right? And investors. What are investors? Investor is a person who commits a capital and expects something in return on what they give. Samples of users, banks, and personal investors. One good benefit of having an investor is, in the example, personal investor. If that investor is your friend, you will have an easy transaction and less of worry if you're going to be scammed. Next, prospective investors. What is a prospective investor? A prospective investor acknowledges that the property has been offered for sale subject to withdrawal of the property from the market at any time. or rejection of any offer because of the terms. Samples. Any person that the company proposes its proposed finances. The benefits of investing is it will help you grow your own business. If you have plans of having good business or a higher business, the percentage you will get from the person you invested, you can put that in your own business and make your business like theirs. Thank you.
Good afternoon, I'm Hubert and I'm the one who will explain what is customers and government accounting is. Let's proceed with customers. According to Will Kenton, customers are people who purchase a company's ultimate goods and services, whether they are internal or external. Customers are crucial because they provide income and businesses cannot survive without them. Accounting records are records of a company's financial history that may be used by outside parties which we consider the customers. Here we have some examples which are loyal customers, potential customers, and the general units. Customers' benefits are restricted to those values proposition that customers recognize. This serves as a guideline for employees who are selling representation product to the customers. Customers need to identify the accounting information of a business to recognize if the business is stable. The next one that we'll talk about is the accounting for the government. Accounting for the government is very different from the private businesses. According to the Governmental Accounting Standard Board, or as known as GASB, GASB says this because of the need to assure government accountability and make the political, social, and economic decisions. An example of this is the BIR, or the Bureau of the International Revenue. According to Amin Borrero, the majority of the governmental agencies are funded at some level by funds received from various taxes or grants. Having a uniform method in which financial data is reported allows the agency to show that they are good stewards of taxpayers. Accounting information is essential for the government because it enables them to regulate and monitor if the businesses is paying the correct taxes and if they are complying with the government requirements to ensure that everything is kept in under control.
If there are external users of accounting information, of course, there are also internal users of accounting information. Good day, I am Lorraine Casanova and I'm going to give you an example of internal users of accounting information. But before that, let me define to you what is internal users of accounting information. So these are people within the business that uses financial information to run or manage the business. In a nutshell, if a user is a part of the business itself, then they are considered as the primary or internal user of the accounting information. So let us proceed to the first example, which is the owner or stockholders. These are individuals that establish and operates a company that engage in commercial, industrial, or professional activities that has a goal of profiting from their successful operation. One example of this is Chief Executive Officer or the CEO and the President of the company. Usually, they are the ones who are in charge in business finances, such as how to manage cash flow and how to acquire assets.
For the next internal user of accounting information, we have the management. Now, the management includes managerial employees or personnel that has the authority to make decisions for the company. So basically, they have the power to organize, take risks, and determine the action or the plan to be implemented for the sake of the company. Here we have some sample users, which are the top management, departmental heads, BOD or the board of directors for a corporation or in a cooperative, and supervisors. Accounting information is essential for the management because it helps them in decision making and in identifying the conflict that arises within the company so that they could resolve it as soon as possible. And last but not the least, for the last internal user of accounting information, we have the employees. Employees refer to the internal personnel that work for the company or business organization. However, they do not have the authority to make decisions for the company, unlike the management. Employees include field workers, laborers, non-managerial employees, and staff members that is employed to perform a specific job. But why do they need to know about the financial information or data of the company? Employees use accounting information for them to discern the stability and profitability of the business in providing compensation and other fringe benefits. Fringe benefits are the perks that employers give to their employees above any financial compensation. Furthermore, does the company have the capacity to acknowledge their concerns when they request for increased wages? Or does the company ensure the security and provide them long-term employment? So those are some of the reasons why employees examine the financial position or information of the company. And now we're done. Here are some key points to remember. Internal users are the people who use financial information within the company or the business organization, while the external users, on the other hand, are the people who use or are interested in the financial information outside the company or the business organization. That will end our discussion for today, and we hope that you learned something new from our discussion. Thank you and have a great day.